top 8 if I do say so myself. Some really exciting games, and this losers finals here is
a run back.
It's gonna keep the same like tempo we've had with these last 3.
Oh yeah, it should be aggro all the way down. We're going from Snake versus Roy into one of those 2 versus Kazuya, right? So it's just gonna be buttons and buttons and buttons. But as you see here, SALT1 starting on Roy in this set. Remember, he did some Cloud in the previous
He started
set.
on the Cloud too, yeah?
I think it was only 1 game of Cloud and then he went to Roy.
Gotcha. And it looks like he was feeling hot on the Roy against Base Mage too, so like why not just stick with the Roy, you know?
Yeah, SALT1's ground control in that set versus Space Mage was so impressive, and we're seeing it continue here on this first stock. He's using that speed, not letting ApolloKage really set up shop under any of these platforms until just this moment, where now the grenades are hanging out. Yep.
Yeah, look how he delayed that, waited for the grenade to proc, and just maximized the damage the best he could and gets that armor through the Nikita, but it won't be enough.
The persistence from ApolloKage clutches out the first stock. You think the Nikita's sniped by the invulnerability on the up B, but instead he's, okay, I got these toes for you.
Right, SALT1 was like gritting his teeth, looking past all these projectiles, doing his very best to get back to stage, but ApolloKage said, no, I'm not done.
Swat the Snake out of the sky here with a forward air, evens up these stocks, evens up these percents almost.
Yeah, the grenades are flying. He doesn't get the tech chase he was looking for off the Snake down throw, but he does get this down air.
And that tech chase wasn't really like a tech chase. It was just kind of like a, I'm going to lay you down and I'm going to go hide behind my grenade because you're definitely not going to roll into the grenade. That would be very silly of you.
Totally. Dude tries to get that horizontal launch off the down smash. Isn't going to get it. And now SALT1's in the driver's seat as his flow gets completely disrupted.
These 2 like to swing it, right? Like they're just big buttons, big strong buttons each way.
Yeah, it looks like...
And speaking of one of the strongest buttons in the game, the up tilt will close it out.
Yeah, that is the great equalizer. It seemed like twice now SALT1 had the read on some of these higher ledge options that ApolloKage opted for. But was just a little bit off the mark with the execution. And now he's on his last stock here in this game 1.
And we got a stick situation, but somehow staying alive here is AK. And yeah, he just uses the stick to help recover. How sneaky of him.
That is smart. Leave it to ApolloKage, who tries to trade with the up B, but SALT1 letting it rip early, hits him and finds his way back to the stage.
Okay, full 3 jabs into get punished.
Yeah, I think literally anything would have just deleted him at that point. Back air was the move of choice. Now SALT1 really got to get some damage packed on because he's bleeding out.
SALT1 needs the stage control more than anything right now. Okay, and the grenade in his hand explodes. Cleaning up the JV 2 stock for ApolloKage in game 1.
That's the result of a really like unfortunate game of hot potato, you know? That's literally like the depiction. You hold the potato too long, you lose. And in this case, losing was the grenade exploding.
Yeah, the handoffs of the grenades. It's kind of tricky because you want to be throwing out your arrows, and then your arrows will just pick up items, right? Because that's how aerials work in this game. But Cloud is back to play for game 2.
Okay. You know something we don't? It could very much have to fall in line with the choice of stage as well.
Now we're sticking to Stadium though.
So. Oh wait, we were on Stadium. I lied. Me when I lie.
Okay, just going for, again, big aerials, trying to cross up a grenade here or 2. Really don't want to let Snake set up shop under the platform on Stadium here. That's the plan.
I want to see an attempt to thwart out some of those higher recoveries that ApolloKage was going for, like the really high limit climb hazard we saw in that first set.
Yeah, Cloud is a little bit better at that than Roy is for sure.
Right, so. Roy is very much stuck to like the lower hemisphere of the stage.
That control of the stage was so good for SALT1 in a couple of those other matches though. But maybe the change of tempo here is important, and that's why he's switching to Cloud.
Ooh, and just lands with the rawest down air.
That'll get it done.
Yeah, lets it rip, doesn't spike, doesn't do anything, just knocks him up and takes that stock.
And now he can put on some pressure with those blade beams. It's not like much, but it stops the grenades in their tracks, and it doesn't let ApolloKage place them exactly where he wants them, right?
Definitely.
The rare double cross slash combo. There's a Blade Beam in crossline, sorry.
Especially from his last set, it seems like Blade Beam is his most opted for a limit tool. I think it's just like you get to turn back some of the pressure that Snake's constantly throwing at you with one big projectile that can do like 30%.
And okay, get the up B out of shield. Create even more space.
Yeah, we'd love to see that. Gonna get the grab on the regular get up, putting ApolloKage in a pretty tough situation.
Perfectly timed air dodge though. Stops any of the Cypher shenanigans from happening. Ooh.
Doesn't get the spike.
It's not over yet. And that trade was great, but
oh my goodness. Not even a roll off the get up, it was a roll when he got on the stage.
He put the C4 there to bait the roll.
Yeah.
Brilliant from
Your only option was jump in that moment, and unfortunately jump was not chosen for Salt 1.
The homie grenade helping with the recovery. How slick was that? Not slick enough apparently for Salt 1, who just shoves with the down smash.
I was gonna say he was holding that grenade for a while. It's gotta be on a timer. Salt 1 letting these forward airs rip.
And yeah, just going for back throw as the punish there on the forward tilt on shield. I'm wondering if he could have gone with something a little stronger, but.
Yeah, it might have been a tempo thing. He just wanted to keep the pace going. I'm not too sure.
But now Shop is set up here for Snake. But okay, the back throw there is pretty brilliant because it just didn't even present any hitbox towards the grenade behind him.
Totally. Yeah, now they're just taking turns swinging. But the conversion into the up air is going to get it for ApolloKage. Looks like they're going to be running the stage back too from the gestures.
And Salt 1's trying to just come up with some kind of answer for this. It felt like he did have control of the stage a little bit more there and was able to stop some of the Shop setting up right. But as soon as that last stock happened and ApolloKage, he got the momentum from that forward smash, right? And then he was able to really develop his camping gameplay under the platform there.
Yeah.
Which that is having that like fundamental neutral advantage of the grenades under the Pokemon Stadium platforms is what lets his creativity start.
Right. It's like breaking into the bunker and yeah, exploiting your just arsenal of weapons out here. And nobody does it like ApolloKage.
But these dash attacks are getting Salt 1 a lot of mileage at the moment. He's even able to get a forward air, but it doesn't spike.
The hardest F smash. At least 2.5 seconds of charge just thrown right in there too.
And you know, that's a big deal. Okay, but a good recovery right back for AK.
A lot of back airs as well.
I thought he might have been dead again, but instead, still holding on a little bit of life in the stock.
Yeah, ApolloKage with some obvious trailing to do. I'm sure he's no stranger to it though.
Yeah, the setting up Shop under the platforms is not nearly as effective when you're this far behind.
Yeah.
Because now Salt 1 does not need to rush the approach.
Because then the timer's not on your side.
And he can take trades. This is a spot where trading with Snake, actually not the worst thing in the world.
Totally.
Cloud is a strong character who trades well in the first place, so. Ooh.
But if the trade does put your life at stake, why not just stay on and milk it longer, you know?
Yeah, and just the movement from Salt 1 is so good, he does not need to overcommit.
Totally. Ooh, makes some air dodge with the Blade Beam. He gets back to stage though, right back on there safely, but the dash attack's gonna do it.
Easy KO. That Snake was at like 170 or something, very high percentage. And Blade Beam adding a quick 30% back here. This might just be one you shake your head and move on to the next one if you're at AK, but he does find an up tilt.
Yeah, no 3 stock. That will not be happening.
Okay, finds the spot dodge on the 5th hit of the cross slash because that shield was so low. You would not have been able to shield the 5th hit.
Yeah, notice how he threw that grenade at the very last second. Got the combo off of it. And now he just looks so comfortable, and that's going to be a game for Salt 1.
Yeah, that Nikita, probably a misinput, I'm going to have to guess.
Yeah.
That will definitely die to a forward smash. So there you go, Salt 1 on the board in this loser's final set.
Even if you let it drop, that could be one of the laggiest moves in Smash.
The forward smash? Or
No, Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita, pretty hard to recover out of. You had really your choice of punishes. Even though I think Salt One let that forward smash rip before he knew that the misinput happened.
Yeah.
So it was another just attempt to shut the door, and it absolutely did.
Yeah, 100%.
Sticking with the Cloud, sticking with the Snake, of course. I did not see the stage pick, but I wouldn't be surprised to see this just be a run
They
back.
just ran it back again. Oh, no, okay.
It's the run it back, in air quotes, of small battlefield.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little different than Pokemon Stadium, but not much.
Ooh, shields the grenade, tries to get the contact explosion.
And using that down tilt, which we haven't really seen Salt One use too much on this character.
Yeah.
But it has an application.
The sword legs. You got him. Or no, Salt One you said.
Yeah, Salt One. That slip and slide, like the Mega Man down tilt, basically.
You mean the Sephiroth down tilt?
Oh, there's like 4 or 5 characters that have that down tilt now. Mega Man did it first.
True. He was doing it when we were in diapers.
True.
Or when the other ones were in diapers,
Before
too.
most Smash players were even born, let's be real.
Ooh.
Okay.
I did not think that hit in time, but proving me wrong, tries to connect the up smash, too.
That mortar was so sneaky.
Yeah, there were so many moving pieces that looked like they could have connected right there.
Oh, and a great recovery back from Salt One. I don't know how he avoided that Nikita, but it was just, he's comfortable with the character. And then a grenade just explodes and kills you.
Yeah, and shout out to ApolloKage for knowing when that would explode, holding it for just the amount of time, doing the little counting in his head.
This is a very mathematical character, Snake.
Yeah.
You have to think about all sorts of timers.
Things aren't looking too good for
Yeah,
Salt One right now, but if he can find his footing, get this stock.
Yeah, the grenades, there are so many. There are probably like 10 grenades pulled in those 10 seconds of gameplay.
Totally.
But the golf swing up smash will at least even up the stocks, while the damage is still racking up.
That up tilt could have been everything. Back to slowing things down, sitting under the platform. The C4 didn't go off.
The up tilt was everything for that second stock. It's just a different up tilt.
Truly. That down air could have been what Salt One needed to equal this.
These air dodges out of the Cypher are so important because that down air from Cloud will linger forever on the hitbox, right?
Yeah.
So it's super easy to get the spike if you don't. Well, how bold are you?
That was so brave.
That down tilt.
I don't know if he knew maybe that like if he was crouching, it couldn't have hit him anyway, but still so brave.
I mean, from where we're sitting, yeah.
Oh, wow. He converted off his own explosion.
Yeah, Salt One knew that trick. He knew the snake grenade to help the recovery trick.
And geez, Salt One playing Snake in a past life, clearly.
As it stands, there's still a little bit of a comeback that needs to happen here if Salt One wants to keep his bracket life alive.
Yeah, he's pulling out all the stops.
Getting some limit charges in. His limit's almost online. But this shop is closed at the moment here for ApolloKage. Has no interest in approaching.
Didn't even hold that limit for a second. Just let the blade beam rip. The immediate pressure, the position it would have put him in too would have been masterclass if he got it.
Okay, this is a good spot though for Salt One as he starts to put on pressure, but oh, the grenade bails out AK.
So much limit already.
High recovery, and we aren't going to quite see the climb hazard, and another grenade! And he has to use a climb hazard to recover. That is going to
He fell on purpose to try to get something, but ApolloKage not falling as far as he thought! And he hangs in there. This was once a 3-1 stock game. Wait, was it? I can't even remember. But
it was a big lead.
Yeah, Salt One throwing him back off stage. Gonna take the high recovery. Goes for that climb hazard!
The climb hazard we talked about to snipe the high recoveries. The wave bounce on the grenade pool saved AK, and then the C4 told the rest of the story.
That was beautiful.
Clutch victory for AK, and he breathed a sigh of relief, drinks from that giant water bottle, getting ready for grand finals.
The C4 Maestro. There's something so intimidating about a player with a giant jug of water, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Someone brings that next to me while I'm playing.
You know he's hydrated.
Yeah. Hydrate or dihydrate. He chose hydrate, though.
And the St. Louis crowd comes alive here at Frosty Faustings as the Midwest's lone rep remains in grand finals and upsets